Hey, I am not nearly as chipper as I might appear. Today's just been one of those days, it seems. First it starts off, going out to take care of, the birds out there. Nah. No, you can't even... there, you get the idea. And while I'm taking care of the water, guess what? Because I just switch into a different pair of shoes because I'm not going to wear, my normal flip-flops I wear around the house in a chicken coop. Because it's going to track whatever's in the chicken coop back into the house. Or I have to wash them every single time. That's annoying. So I have a different pair of shoes that I put on, and when I went to go take care of the water, it gets all the dirt in there. So the dirty, nasty chicken water slipped in the little, crack between where my foot and the side of the shoe is, just slurped right in there, right into my soul and right into my soul, and I hated both. So it already started out terrible. The sun's been behind clouds all day, which sucks because the temperature's actually good, and I'm just rambling about how things suck today. Because the whole point of this is the whole vacation thing with Dad, Joe, and Kevin. I don't really have beef with Kevin. Kevin was gone for most of it. I doubt he didn't even know that I wasn't going. I don't know why I think that. It could just be the case. But some of you might be thinking, oh, Tom, you can't just let it live rent-free in your head. Well, too late. It's moved in, it's sitting there, and it's just driving me nuts. So, I'm sure that at some point on the vacation that they're on, either Dad or Joe, it's oh, it's a shame that Tom's not here. The other children's yeah. And it's the whole, they look at each other and they start cracking up laughing because it's just pfft. So, I don't know if that's just a notion in my head or if that's what's actually happening, because Dad uses this phrase with me quite a bit. He can stuff his sorries in a sack. I don't. When he says, oh, I thought it was going to hurt your feelings if I told you that you weren't invited. It's going to hurt more when you're going, wait, hold on, you're taking all these guys on a vacation. It's considered a thing that's a thing among friends, and you don't even consider inviting your own son to it. I don't understand the leap in logic of, oh, I'm not going to tell him. He might be upset about that. As if, I'm never going to find out. He won't be more upset later if I wait until later for him to either find out or to tell him later. And he's probably going to find out himself. Anyway. Point is, I'm still a little mad about that. And this is supposed to be also, my good time. I'm supposed to be, hanging out, having a good time. I already had a party with my friends. That was fun. But, crappy day like today, and I think to myself, what would be great? Another party. Yeah. But I'm not actually having a party. But I had a party, if you get what I'm saying. So this is just sort of a plan to sort of prank Dad a little bit into thinking that I threw my own party to have my own enjoyment here. Because why not, I think I'm entitled to that. First part of which is right in here. Give me just a quick second, because there's stuff in the way. Oh look, there's a case of... Well, there's actually 2 cases of beer in here. One of which is Miller, one of which is Corona. I might get Joe back with something at a later date, considering, he's the way that he could have done his part to make sure that this wasn't an issue. When I first brought it up and hey, why don't you go crash this vacation? He could have been well, funny thing about that is I was actually already going on vacation. So was Kevin. I'd be like, what? And then I wouldn't have had any beef with Joe if he had just said something. But nope. Instead, he decided to play dumb and play dumb games, win stupid prizes. So, but I'll worry about Joe later. Right now, this is Dad's only case of beer that he has of Corona that's in there. Oh, but wait. Nobody who came to my party brought any beer. But we're gonna need some though, so I don't think he'll mind. Yeah, hold on, let's See, this is a bit awkward right now because I gotta have this on tripod, so it's gonna be like sort of awkward face cam almost, but not really, because I gotta walk backwards and hopefully I didn't. Okay, yeah, no, we're good. All right, this is just to kind of. Like I said, I already had a bit of a shindig with my friends. It was a calm, quiet little thing, and we didn't actually drink any of Dad's beers. Not that he's gonna know that. Let's see. Here we go. I can hide that a bit better later on. But he'll never think to look for his beer in my room. He won't even be able to think that his beer's even missing by the time he even really notices. Let's see. Oh, but that's right. We actually had enough people that we had to take what was already in the fridge. Yeah, my little party was just like a little barbecue. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean... Okay, I was wrong. So we brought Guinness, but it was just the one guy who brought Guinness. Nobody else really liked the Guinness, so we're going to, yeah, the Guinness is, real talk. I've had Guinness. It's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of it. By the way, the Crab Alfredo, fantastic. I made it again. Let's see. Alright, so first things first, let's start hiding this. Let's just see how many I can fit down here. Should I shake them up? Ooh, should I shake them up? No. I'll shake one. I don't know how long the carbonation will last. The pressure will probably mitigate by the time he actually goes to drink any. But... Alright, that's gonna happen intermittently. It's like a little alarm thing. It's like, hey, you left the fridge open. And it's like, yes, I know. I'm standing right here in front of the fridge. You don't need to let me know that. But it's going to keep letting you know that until you do something about it. Alright, so this will be a way to hide most of these. Can't really hide too many more, though. Oh no, I totally can. I can fit another row in here. Easy. And have it still be a conspicuous shush refrigerator. Lunch meat. So in this party, this quote-unquote party, all of Dad's beer has been drunk. Or at least all the beer he likes. There we go, that's all nice and away. Nobody really liked the Millers though, so we're just gonna move. I'm sorry if the beeping's annoying that this thing does. We yell at this thing every week during grocery shopping. Oh, actually I could, wait a minute, I can hide it behind the eggs. I don't need to take the nose out. Because of course, why would he ever look behind his precious eggs? I just gotta lay them sideways. You know what? This will be the magic one. This will be the magic one. Alright, there's 3. I think I can stack another extra one up on top. Probably get 2. Might as well just move all the Coronas, you know? That was just like... I'm trying to do this as fast as I can, you refrigerated. Now the jig is up if any of them actually, like, slide. But I don't think they'll have enough weight to push an entire full carton of eggs. Especially considering there's a little lip right here that prevents it from moving, so that's fine. That is A-okay. Yeah, you can't even tell. You can't even tell. Oh, this is great. Okay, so I am gonna have to move some of these to, the bottles. I don't know what to do about the bottles. You can't really hide those up here. This is the only place high enough for the bottles down here. Okay, so he's gonna wind up having 3 beers left. But all his cans, oh, they got drunk. I mean, that's what happens when you invite a bunch of people over, right? You know, Hey, you already have a stock of beer. They want beer. They don't bring their own, except for the one guy who brought Guinness. Then they gotta drink something, so they might as well just drink the Coronas, eh? And he will never know the difference. All I just gotta do is move the Millers back into place. Boom. All right. Guinness, we'll just slide that right there, and I can put my crab Alfredo back right there. Oh yeah, we just got a peach tart. Somebody made that and brought that over. I'm not the biggest fan of peaches, and I was originally going to just throw it away, but then I thought, we can leave it for this. You know, I had a bunch of different, this is basically like a conglomeration of a bunch of small ideas into one larger idea. And here's the second part of this. Look at that. Larry's kitchen. But Larry's not here right now, is he? So that makes this Tom's kitchen. Give me just a second. Because my idea for that is quite simple. You can probably already figure out what I'm going to be doing. So it's going to be real easy. I got a piece of paper. I could just put the piece of paper up right like this. And I can just write Tom right across that. Make it my kitchen. So let's see now. That goes up like that. So we'll put the fold right there. Of course, we'll need a way to stick it up there. And for that, we'll need tape. I'm not going to use duct tape, though, because duct tape might ruin the paint, and, well, that's a bit of an issue. Ooh, painter's tape. Let's see, do we happen to have masking tape anywhere? Tape. Okay, we do have tape. I was going to say, it'd be weird if we didn't, because I remember us having a bunch of masking tape, and I don't know why we wouldn't have it. Like I said, though, no duct tape. Alright, this should wind up being enough. I'll use the painter's tape for this sign, and I'm also going to be doing the sign outside, you'll see. I should have gotten a second piece of paper. I'll have to get that. Sharpie. I need a Sharpie. Here we are. See, the original idea I had for this was just like layering tape over it and then writing, but that's a lot of tape. And I could just use a piece of paper right across that. So, here's our wall. And let me just bring that in like this. Thank you for bearing with me a moment. All right. We're gonna make this kind of blocky, you know. I don't have the best handwriting, so it's gonna look slightly drunk no matter what. So. There. That's my name. Don't wear it out. And now it's simply a matter of getting a little piece of tape. Oh, sorry, hold on, let me. There we go. By little, I mean however much I need. It's not like I'm using a ton of tape. And put this right up like that. And tape that around. Ah, well, one piece of tape's not gonna cut it now, is it? My lounge, my kitchen. I got tape on the paper. Oh, that's convenient. It came right off. No, don't cover the tea. The tea's like half the point of it. Ah. There. See, just put them both on the paper first. I'm not saying you guys should do the same thing if ever, but I've got my reasons. Dang it, it's sticking up a little bit. All right, we gotta fix that. More tape. So the funny thing about tape, which is actually going to culminate in one of the other things that I'm going to be doing. Ah, come on. All right, one more piece of tape. All right, I'm just going to have to deal with that corner not taping down properly. There we go. All right, and there we go. Tom's kitchen. All right, let me get another piece of paper. As I regaled you with the tale of the first time that I had a party here at this house. So, had people over. I'll put the rest of that over to the side at some point. And, you know, we're all just hanging out, as we do. And one of my friends, I don't even remember who at this point, had the brilliant idea of taping a line to our thermostat with duct tape. You know, something that to anybody else it wouldn't really be that big a deal. But, like, you kind of think like, why? But it's also like, okay, they were drinking, they were having a good time, they're just having fun. Except my dad got really mad at it for some reason. You know what reason he gave? Because apparently the wires in the thermostat were like partially loose or something, and he was worried that like putting the thing up there would break it and like ruin the wiring. Even when I heard that, I was like, huh? What do you mean? He said later on that he was more upset about the duct tape on the paint, which, okay, that's fair. That's why I'm not doing duct tape for anything today. However, you don't just say, oh, I was worried about this thing, because that's dumb, for lack of a better word. Anyway, we're taking this outside now, because it wouldn't be complete without the entire lounge becoming mine. It's a bit awkward. I wish that I could just like attach the camera to like a little cart, like you know those like scissor lift sort of deals, like one of those. All right, so Larry's Lounge, soon to be under new ownership. Okay, so that. We'll just do a similar thing, fold it like that. Fold it on over. Right on this table over here. It's a bit of a time-consuming process, so do forgive me. Alright, now this one needs to have the full thing, so we're just gonna make it real simple. There we go. Let's get some tape on that. Oh, shush, you stupid birds. I swear, it's like every time you come out, you just hear ah in the distance. And then you get close, and that's when they start going like, "Argh!" I can't even imitate the noise they make properly. Alright, that should be good enough. Look at that, it's a chair or something. Alright, there we go. Oh, believe me, we're not even done yet. Once I get this up. There we go. Tom's Lounge. All right. Now. All right. So we've done a little bit of a harmless tomfoolery, some might call it. But then again, it doesn't really look too much like a party's happening now, does it? Well, we gotta fix that, don't we? So how are we gonna fix that it looks, to make it look like a party is happening here? Smack myself in the face. Well, first things first would be redoing the whole lime on the thermostat thing. Because my friends have turned it into an in-joke, and honestly, I still think it's pretty funny about the lime on the thermostat. In fact, one of my friends who does streams on Twitch, his channel points icon is a picture of the line taped to the thermostat. So, without further ado, look at that, our thermostat. Amazing, isn't it? I'll be just a sec. Remember that line I grabbed? Well, it wasn't there for convenience. This thing I've actually had the idea of doing for a little bit now, because I thought it would be funny. Alright, hopefully I got enough tape. If not, I'll just get more. And right like that. A line tape to the thermostat. So, you know, it's a little bit of a genuine thing, because of course if all your friends think something like that's funny, they'll think it's funny to do it again. So I could even say like, oh no, I didn't know I don't know that they were doing that. That's kind of messed up. I thought they learned not to do the thermostat thing. All right, so we've got like ho ho hee hee. We're just guys being dudes. We're doing stuff. But now we need a little something more to make it look like an actual party has taken place. So now's the part where we have to start making it look like the party looked a little bit of a mess. So over here at the table, that's my crab Alfredo recipe. I'm just gonna leave that over here on the side and just put that face down, whatever. I'll move this, so let's see, we at least have the foresight to move this. Let's see, games. Games happen at a party. What do we got here? Codenames. Codenames is a good one that has a bunch of cards just laying around. Oh yeah, almost forgot. There were chocolate chip cookies in this. Obviously not anymore. This is going to go... ooh, I got it. This can just go on the couch. You know, we can leave the masking tape out because we'll just say that just got left there. Anyway, Codenames. Really fun game. I'm not going to set it up like properly. I'm just going to toss a bunch of cards around and, you know, woo! That didn't scatter around nearly as much as I had hoped. That's definitely not enough for a full game. There we go. This is an extra battery for the chicken coop door. We can leave like my stuff there. Actually no, I should move at least some of it. Yeah, we'll move this. I'll just leave the charger out here and just move the laptop and the mouse. We'll leave the mouse pad here. You know, again, make it look like a party is taking place. I wouldn't just leave this stuff out if there was a party. Let's see. There we go. Oh, then again, maybe I would have moved it back afterwards, but that's fine. Yeah, that card. Because, you know, once somebody wins, then it's just like, oh, well, let me shed some light on the situation. I'm sorry I kept you in the dark for so long. Ha, ha, ha. Jokes. Alright, so we'll just put some of that there as if it was the one Spy Master. That. And we'll say the red one. So all the reds are just going to be scattered about. I'll just leave this open and just set right there. Boom! Alright. Now there's one last piece de resistance in order to make this authentic, that me and the guys are just having a good time. Melon. Don't ask questions because you're not gonna get an answer that, or at least not one that would make sense. I mean, come on. When a bunch of guys are just out having themselves a good time, they're gonna be doing stupid stuff, especially if they're drinking. I mean, you've seen how like my dad and Joe and Kevin are. And then you get situations where even when you're not drinking, you're just out with the guys. It's just like, oh, well, we're just gonna, we're gonna go to ShopRite. Like the day that we like first invented the recipe for fry cake, and one of my friends decided it'd be a great idea in the parking lot of ShopRite to drop kick a shopping cart. Wound up skinning up his elbows and like some of his chin, and it's just like, why did you do that? You know, we were younger. What can I say? All right, so let's see, that's all gonna messed up. Let's see. Oh, actually, the cookies thing reminded me. Okay, we've got the mess out here on the table now. That's fine. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. You know what else I want to do? Start setting up a little bit of food stuff. So, my folks left this pretzels, Dots pretzels. They're just like spiced pretzels. I don't really know how else to say it. There's not that much left. I thought for sure that this had more in it because this bag is kind of full. I guess it's just full of air. Anyway, so let's go put this, tripod got stuck, I'm sorry. Let's put these into a plastic bag and act like they all got eaten by the party goers. I mean, for pretzels, they're not bad. But you know, considering that they had a little bit left, I'm sure that they were planning on saving them. But, oh well, they shouldn't have left them out. That's actually hardly anything. I could have used a smaller bag. Yeah. Alright, well, this can go up in a cabinet. A little bit in this cabinet. There we go. Alright, so we'll take this, and what do you think? Cheddar and sour cream, ordinary potato chips, or the ripples? Let's go cheddar and sour cream, because that's, you know, that's got like dust on it and all that, so it's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be all like, all up everywhere. And it's just gonna get all over stuff. It's, you know, it's stuff that you don't want to happen to your couch. But whoopsie doopsie, it happened to this couch. Oh. As you can see, somebody had cookies just sitting there on the side. We left all of our controllers just sitting out, including over here. This is where, oops, oh no. Somebody left the bag of dots almost upside down. Let me do that. Okay. Now no crumbs will actually spill out. I'm not the biggest fan of cheddar and sour. I like sour cream and onion chips. I am not the biggest fan of cheddar and sour cream, but that being said, I am pretty hungry. I stand corrected. These are actually really good. I'm not gonna leave these open and sitting out. I'm gonna use one of the plain potato chips. That's going in my snacks. Yeah, slight deviation in the plan. Boom. All right. See, now the couch looks as though it has been made a mess. We can leave this bag of chips. You know what, we'll roll up this bag of chips, we'll leave it rolled up, and I'll put it right there. Like somebody just rolled it up on their own. Just kind of left it like that. All right, now out here in the kitchen, we should have more a little bit messed up. I already took a clothespin off of these chips. So we can just leave this right over here like this. And you know what? Somebody decided they were going to take it just a little too far. And not only did they tape a line to the thermostat, but some joker taped another line to not like that. Taped another line to the stove. Oh, big funny. Alright, hopefully that just stays. Because, you know, you do a joke like that once and it's just like, oh, it's funny the first time. You do it a second time the exact same way, alright, cool, that's still great. You do it a third time, it's just like, alright, we get it. I don't know if that's going to wind up staying. If it doesn't, that might also still be funny. We're still not done yet though, because like, yeah, okay, we got a little bit of trash here and there, but it's not dirty enough, I don't think. This is the part that I had to do a little bit of extra effort for. So right out here, I don't know if you noticed while I was swinging the camera around, you might not have. I got some old Corona beer cans that Dad had already drank. It's real easy to find them in the trash. They're just kind of sitting right on top usually. So, considering, oh god, there's beer all over these. Ugh. Oh god, this is like days and days and days old. Ugh. But, these are just gonna be scattered around a little bit. You know, like, right there. Let's see, where else can we put some more beer cans? There's probably a couple of them over here on the side near the window. Keep that. Oh, I guess some people did have some of the Millers. I'll leave that standing. But this one we'll leave to the side. This one's empty. Well, point it that way. Stay. 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 Our house is slightly tilted, so that's why that sort of thing happened. Alright, center island. This is where we can probably put, if not a bulk of them, then just a decent little handful. I think there's a lime in that one. That's lovely. There we go. Oh, that popcorn bag. Oh, actually, first of all, that was a bit louder than I intended. The same jokester, probably, who did that, who put that line up there, guess what they also did? They put a beer can all the way up there. Now, who does that? Boy, do I have some nasty friends. Let's leave the whole place a mess. Let's see, gonna need a couple of cans for outside. We'll put a couple over here. Oh, they're a little too tall. I was gonna put one, like, in the coffee maker. Just because that would be funny. We'll also just, like, do that and... Oh, oopsies. Not that you really got to see that, but, somebody tried to put all the things back and they missed! Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see. That popcorn, yeah, I keep bringing this up. So we brought over like a little thing of like little snack packs. Little bags of Cheetos and such. So we're gonna go full mess with this one. Here, let me make so you actually see. We're gonna go full mess with this. Well dang, somebody's a bit of a pigsty out here, aren't they? Oops. Alright. There's a few more cans. I want to put a couple of them out in the living room and the dining room, and then move it outside. I hate that this like has old beer in it. All right. I think that's a good spread. And, you know, we'll have a little bit of civility, and that the people who are out here use the coasters. I don't think there's gonna be enough to put actually outside, except for just 2 of them. Oh well. Except for this guy. That's not very civil. Alright. Last but not least, a little bit of outside. You know what? No, we need some just a little bit of extra decor out here. Because somebody really had it out for the den. And they just burst the whole thing of popcorn open. Hey. And I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to see the look on Dad's face when he gets home and sees just how much fun I can have by myself. Well, me and my friends. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. Because I had seen these up here and I had wanted them to also be scattered around. You know that we just had this towering pillar of hats. We're gonna put one on a little pachyderm. Put one over there. I'll scatter the rest of these out in the other room. Let's go. One hat there. Because of course some of you know, in this house, if there's a party, there's hats. I don't know if that's the case all the time. You know what also bugs Dad a lot? You know what really bugs him? When the couch is pulled away a bit. Like somebody sat down just a little too hard, and the whole couch got pulled back. I just fixed it, didn't I? Like not far, but it's enough, and it just doesn't quite look right. But that's what makes it funny. So we got that. We know for a fact somebody was sitting right here. Somebody was sitting right there. And we got one more hat, which will simply... Oh, this will go on the melon. Yeah, there we go. That's something stupid that my friends would do. But the hat on the melon. Yeah, look at him. Now that looks like a party to me.